Hey, did the Shadow Punch with another retro talk. Actually, not really a retro talk, but it's just how I like to call my talk show. Today, we are doing a review on Tales of Grace F, part of the talking about the Tales series game series. Well, actually, pretty good for a JRPG. Yeah, this storyline talking about a kid named Abel. Sorry, I always messed up their names. I'm still playing another one on PSP. Finally found it. What the character name was again? Give me a sec. They don't have it in this one. Talking about this kid who actually grew up in a village community who wanted to be a knight. And through his whole entire series of this game right here, this version of the Tales, they all in the exact same world, but different time periods, one after another. Yeah, he wanted to be a knight, so he was always reckless, going about doing what he wanted to do, and dragging his little brother along with him called Grace, and just couldn't help himself. Just couldn't. He got in trouble with his father, who was a duke, and pretty much the whole game started in their childhood and lead up to their adulthood. He caused some trouble right there when he found that his little brother, was being adopted to a Saravon family, other kingdom, halfway across the world. The whole family was falling apart. He really couldn't do nothing about it. The prince, who was going to become the king in their adulthood, was kind of cowardly, but really couldn't trust nobody until he met him. Until he met Abel and the little girl. What's there right here? See this little girl? He found by mistake, and just began going on adventures with her. She died in the middle of the childhood when it came to a turning point. When they all went down their separate ways, he ran away from home and went straight to the Knight Academy in the capital of his country. Then they skipped right about what, 12 years in the future. You see him at a night, all stylish, still a little reckless, but showing that he actually grew up, not afraid to take some responsibility, and can actually kick some ass. The game system had unusual, that's not all I'm going to say about the storyline so far, but the game system had an unusual combat system. Unlike the other Telltale series, let you strike without no counters, this one does. And I understand when it came to TP, you need a certain amount of points to use their super mega ultimate sword techniques, what they said called their arts. Like everyone in the game have different arts. Like you got magic arts, sword arts, archery arts, and just plain neutral arts, which everyone that work can use. Some arts can be found like they took from the 360 game called Tales or whatever. I don't know. I really wasn't a 360 guy back in 2005 when it came out, but I can't remember what it called. But they had thing called spheres for that one. But this version, you have your tile system that actually link up to your power ups. You cannot learn arts like in the other Tales games by boosting certain stats. Boom, like certain stats like strength, intelligence, wisdom, movability, endurance, and HP to order to get certain new arts. In this game, you gotta earn tiles, do certain events, or talk to certain people to retrieve certain tiles, and they link over to new arts. Each arts have a different counts for them. Some of them you can't link up to your quick select, like in all Tales of this game, you have a quick select for them. Oh yeah, for this one you have to press O, then press a direction button to use an art. This one, on the other hand, had two different categories of arts, which is kind of unusual for a Tales game, but it actually worked for the system. that you have your basic combat arts and your, I say, mystical arts. Now how they go about in the game. Combat arts like your basic sword slashing, but based on your direction, the motion change. And if you hold the S button after a certain combination of strikes, you get a different type of art for it that you unlock. Then when you press O, you get your mystical arts, your elemental type attacks. And your bases, like everyone in this game, their basic art with all of them learn first is lightning. Then they go off from fire, earth, water, and healing arts. Other than that, the game actually go pretty long, kind of slow motion, and sometimes you get lost when you go into the maze. Go into the mazes of these places. But that go with any type of tell the series of the games. You get lost if you go in the mazes. But mostly all the time is the dungeons. Yeah, they have little cussing, like little personal actions. Like you have to do that press select, and you get certain personal reactions, how they develop over time. So you don't think everyone knows the exact same thing. That's what they're about to tell series. It evolves. The storyline evolves, the characters grow, not only in strength but in personality. First you think someone is completely arrogant, then when you go for the series, to show that they're not. They still hiding something deep down they still don't want people to see. Like in real life. Each Tales series is kind of different. Like most people know of Tales of the Bits, which were on my PS2 top 10 games. They're pretty cool. Kind of hard to learn the arts, but I like this one. But make it a lot easier. But the Tales of Grace F is a magnificent storyline, and most people who play most of the Tales game on the PlayStation were so happy to get another one on it. Because we hadn't seen one for about 5 years until this one came out in 2012. Actually, it came out at the beginning of 2012. Yeah, it did. And later on, they made some add-ons for the PlayStation Network, like costumes and titles and stuff like that for it. Like they did with the new one called Tales of Ezra, right there, and they kind of part two of that one. It's gonna skip about 7 years. I go online and check out the current update ones on Japan. Try it. If you're waiting for a certain game that you know that JRPG, go online. Go on YouTube. Someone in Japan always upload it for us. Check it out before you want to go buy it. I know I do. Yeah, Tales of Grace Alpha, very emotional roller coaster for anyone who get emotional playing these games. Especially sometimes it skip back, goes to the past and present to go in the future. Not a lot of games do that, especially for RPGs. Alright, that were my views and my thoughts. Actually, I'm not done yet. That the Tales of Grace F, pretty cool. Especially they give you a little bonus part on the side of it, like you do a little challenge mode. As you progress through the game, you want to fight against certain bosses or monsters again that you think were too easy, but make them a lot harder. Where you get some bonus items that you can't get in game yet. Yeah, pretty good game. Did the Shadow Punisher from Shadow Rule 2010 long out.